This is Rogers TV. Barrie.
2015, we had a tax increase of 9.9%. In 2016, our increase was 12%. Historical increases in Essa Township like we've never seen. The township's own asset management plan shows that that's the trend that will continue for the next decade. It also shows that our reserves have been steadily drained down to a dangerous level. Also, I'd like to show you the Hempson study, which was approved by County Council and our two representatives at County Council. The Hempson study basically is for the official plan, and it identifies primary growth centers. Unfortunately, Essa Township and Angus were not included. We have no primary growth center. This will make it very difficult for commercial development, industrial development, seniors complexes, and so on. They will all now be contrary to the county official plan. The next item I'd like to show you is the County Council report of November 2017, and this is when the fuel transfer station, which was allocated for or planned for Essa Township at 56 and the 30th Side Road, was approved. And lo and behold, neither one of our county reps showed up to vote against it or speak about it. And this proposal started in 2011 for the fuel transfer station. And reading all the minutes from all those meetings, nobody from Essa Township ever spoke up or against. And for the final vote, did not show up to vote, did not ask for a deferral. That can only mean that they did not read their agenda or they support the proposal for the fuel transfer station, which would have brought a tremendous amount of rail traffic with all different kinds of fuels and transport trucks hauling it away. Very, very dangerous for our municipality, a potential lac megantic in Essa Township, and 75% of our population live within a couple of kilometers of a railroad track. So a very dangerous proposal and something that needed attention. What I'd like to do moving forward, if I am elected mayor, is I would like to concentrate on providing those services and opportunities for everybody in our township. Seniors, residents, we badly need one. I'd like to look at things like a bypass for Thornton. Thornton is, with the unprecedented growth in our area, Thornton needs a bypass. In Angus and Essa Township, we need to attract the jobs, the services for our seniors and for all our other residents. So please visit me at dave4mayor.com. And these will be on my website and you can take a look at them. Thank you, and get out and vote for myself or Ms. McDonald, but vote.
Thank you, Rogers, for this opportunity. My name is Sandy McDonald, and I'm running for Mayor of Essa Township. I've been an Essa resident for 57 years. My background is in finance and nutrition and health. I've owned and operated my own health store for the past 22 years. I've been on council for 15 years, and the last 8 as your deputy mayor. The knowledge I've gained over the 15 years makes me more than ready to fulfill the duties, the responsibilities, and obligations of mayor. We've had so many positive changes over my 15 years on council, and here are a few. We've had a new high school, new state-of-the-art library, splash pads, dog parks, and trails. I'm proud to be a part of the council that brought a new health clinic and new doctors to Angus, Essa Township. I will continue to be your strong voice and work with you to move Essa Township forward in a progressive and positive way. The issues that we are facing now and in the future are affordable housing, senior housing, and long-term beds. Simcoe County Council, which I'm a councillor, have passed 34 new long-term beds for South Simcoe. As your deputy mayor, we are working with developers to provide affordable and senior housing in Essa, and I will continue to make these a priority. Keeping our tree seed plant open is crucial to our local nurseries and businesses. MPP Jim Wilson, residents, Essa Council, and Essa Aware have all spoken loudly against the closing of the Tree Seed plant, and our new provincial government is listening. Attracting commercial and industry balances our tax base and provides residents with jobs. The proposed fuel transfer station in Utopia was met with strong opposition from Essa Council and majority of residents, to the point that Candu has looked elsewhere for land outside of Essa. It would be an honor and a privilege to serve as your mayor, and I look forward to meeting all of you on my campaign trail. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pat McDonald. I'm running for Deputy Mayor of Essa. My family has been involved in politics in Essa forever, ever since I was little, and now I think it's payback time for me. I think Essa is a very diverse community and has changed since I was a kid, like big time. It is a combination of rural, semi-urban. We also have a military base. The Fifth Line subdivision in Angus doesn't even consider itself part of Angus as a general rule. Thornton and Baxter are also separate entities. I think Essa can do better to meld these communities together. We've got elderly residents, we've got young families moving in. The elderly residents, I think Essa needs a hospice, long-term. These are long-term projects I'm talking about here. Essa needs a hospice. Also, the seniors residents, there is land right next to it. At one point in time, it was considered, people were considering a life lease on it with a central nursing station, one step above the elderly, our elderly going to a nursing home. I think that needs to be revisited. The new families coming into the area, a lot of them don't even know how diverse that Essa is. They have no idea of the trout run that happens up at Nicholson's Dam, or even that there is a conservation area within our township. I think I can help. I think I can contribute to the betterment of Essa and the community, and I respectfully request your vote. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michael Smith, and I'm running for Deputy Mayor of Essa Township in the upcoming 2018 elections. For the past 8 years, I have been Ward 2 Councillor in Essa, and I'm very proud of many of the accomplishments that our council has made over that time. We've made improvement to roads, parks, trails. We've seen a great improvement in the number of businesses coming to the area, and we have new commercial developments as well. It has been an honor to be the Ward 2 Councillor, and I would love the opportunity to represent the entire township as Deputy Mayor in the upcoming election.
One of the greatest rights we have in Canada is to have your say. In Ontario, this right is one of the pillars that ensures democracy in our local municipal and school board elections. It gives you the freedom of choice and a voice to your opinions in choosing the municipal and school board representatives in your community. If you are at least 18 years of age, a Canadian citizen, and a resident of or own property in Ontario, you can participate in your local municipal and school board elections this fall. One way to make this process more efficient is to verify that your name is on the preliminary list of electors used to prepare the voters list for Election Day. You can confirm or update your information conveniently at voterlookup.ca. The process is just 3 simple steps and should only take you a few minutes to complete. First, fill in your personal details. Next, select the options that best describe your situation. The system will confirm your elector status and/or prompt you for additional information if required. And finally, verify and save your information. It's as simple as that. So remember, have your say. Log on today.
One of the unique things about First Light is the fact that we light the site by candlelight, which makes it really unique. We're rated as one of the top 100 festivals and events across the province for that reason. And I think the fact that it's done by candlelight as opposed to electric light really sets us apart. We have many, many Francophone First Nation entertainers, so that really speaks to the rich fabric and culture. We really feel that we capture that spirit of the cultural significance of what happens here at Ste. Marie, what happens throughout the Christmas season, and really gives, I think, visitors, the opportunity to look back on the cultural roots of the province. And it's something that you can't experience anywhere else in Ontario.
Hi, my name is Archie Duckworth and I'm running for Ward 1 Councillor, Angus. Just a bit of a background. I lived in Angus, was born and raised in Angus. Went to the Angus Morrison Public School, went to Central High School, and things were a lot different back then, where you had maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people in Angus. Now it's grown to 10,000 or more. And believe me, there's a great drastic change. I believe that I am a good candidate for Ward 1 Councillor. 8 years ago, I ran for council and lost, and then I ran for mayor in 2014. But I learned a lot since then, and I have been keeping a close eye on it. I believe a Ward 1 councillor should be a good listener, should be transparent, should be a sounding board, and a good negotiator. And I have all those attributes because for the last 40 years, I had that as a position with my job. There are a lot of issues that come up, and I don't agree with a lot of them. In the last 8 years, I've watched council closely. There have not been promises met. There are promises now just being implemented after 8 years, which I would give some credit to. But I'm more concerned with the problems that they haven't been concerned with, such as the canceling of the flood study for Angus, which is very important. If one could take a walk and watch the riverbanks and the erosion that it is creating because of flooding, I too agree that that should have been on the table a long time ago. There are a lot of issues that I would like to discuss. We need more urbanization of Angus. We need historical buildings protected. And I believe downtown Angus should be urbanized to make that a viable place to live, getting rid of ditches, etc. I would also like to see that a council be implemented. I would like you to vote. It is important. It's the first line in the government, the roads we drive, the schools we go to, and also the water and sewers as well. Please vote. It is important, and I would like you, as a person from Angus, to vote for Archie Duckworth on October 22nd. Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Keith White. I'm candidate for re-election as Essa Ward 1 Angus Councillor. First of all, thank you to Angus for their support over the past 2 terms. My wife Sandy and I have lived in Angus and area since 1986. My education has mainly been at the community college level for management, accounting, sales, customer service, and property management. My career experiences have been in large corporations, small businesses, not-for-profit, and my own business, Angus Sport and Music. I've always enjoyed contributing at my local level, local hall boards and event committees. I was volunteering long before council, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Barrie, Royal Canadian Legion, Lions Club, Angus Chamber of Commerce, Angus Farmers Market and Angus Car and Bike Club, and at numerous other community events. Since 2010, I've been the Essa representative on the Accessibility Committee, Nottawasaga Valley Conservation Authority, the Allison Area Physician Recruitment Committee, and the Angus Business Improvement Area Board of Management. During my time on council, significant progress has been seen in areas of attracting new businesses, providing public transit, improvements to parks, trails, and roads, access to health care, and pride in our community. We have the second lowest tax rate in all of Simcoe County and one of the safest communities in Canada. I'm always accessible for questions, input, concerns by telephone, text, email, at community events, and at my front door. I'm positive, enthusiastic, and honest. I know council cannot please all the people all the time. We must keep the interests of all constituents in mind. Going forward, and from resident feedback, I believe that more attention can be paid to traffic safety and speeding, bylaw enforcement, affordable and seniors housing, youth and seniors programming, and my own favorite, long-term financial planning. I propose a township-wide strategic planning process with open and public engagement, with results showing clear vision for our future. This will allow more than operating and capital budgets on an annual basis, but projections for up to 5 years. Long-term planning can be completed on services, capital and reserve needs, new funding opportunities, and stable tax rates. I ask for your support for the next 4 years, your vote to re-elect me as your Angus Councillor on October 22nd. Thank you very much.
One of the greatest rights we have in Canada is to have your say. In Ontario, this right is one of the pillars that ensures democracy in our local municipal and school board elections. It gives you the freedom of choice and a voice to your opinions in choosing the municipal and school board representatives in your community. If you are at least 18 years of age, a Canadian citizen, and a resident of or own property in Ontario, you can participate in your local municipal and school board elections this fall. One way to make this process more efficient is to verify that your name is on the preliminary list of electors used to prepare the voters list for Election Day. You can confirm or update your information conveniently at voterlookup.ca. The process is just 3 simple steps and should only take you a few minutes to complete. First, fill in your personal details. Next, select the options that best describe your situation. The system will confirm your elector status and/or prompt you for additional information if required. And finally, verify and save your information. It's as simple as that. So remember, have your say. Log on today.
When I felt scared, United Way had my back. 5 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom with 4 children, including one with special needs, and I was facing divorce. I needed a job fast and to figure out how to help my kids and myself through a difficult transition as gently as possible. With United Way funding, my kids were matched with mentors who provided guidance, attention, and a listening ear, which helped as I dealt with legal details and took job preparation classes. Now, I see myself as a successful single mom who taught my kids how to become better, not bitter. My name's Kim, and donations to United Way Simcoe Muskoka helped change my life. Thank you.
One of the greatest rights we have in Canada is to have your say. In Ontario, this right is one of the pillars that ensures democracy in our local municipal and school board elections. It gives you the freedom of choice and a voice to your opinions in choosing the municipal and school board representatives in your community. If you are at least 18 years of age, a Canadian citizen, and a resident of or own property in Ontario, you can participate in your local municipal and school board elections this fall. One way to make this process more efficient is to verify that your name is on the preliminary list of electors used to prepare the voters list for Election Day. You can confirm or update your information conveniently at voterlookup.ca. The process is just 3 simple steps and should only take you a few minutes to complete. First, fill in your personal details. Next, select the options that best describe your situation. The system will confirm your elector status and/or prompt you for additional information if required. And finally, verify and save your information. It's as simple as that. So remember, have your say. Log on today.
Years ago, the Holland Marsh used to be a bottom of the ocean or the lake. And once it dried up, the bottom, where all the soot and the sill sat, turned into this gold soil. So that the community decided, because carrots are predominantly grown in the marsh, hence the name Carrot Fest. So it's celebrating our agricultural heritage. The origins of Carrot Fest started from open air market, where the farmers started selling their wares and vegetables on the street. Over the years, Carrot Fest has grown. We've grown from an event that had possibly 10,000 people to now showing up today, 50,000 people show up today.
The following program is brought to you by Rogers Anyplace TV. Enjoy exclusive content for free. Visit RogersAnyplaceTV.com.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media. This is Rogers TV. Barry.
Are you new to Orillia and aren't sure if you're on the voters list? The City of Orillia can provide answers to all your questions regarding voter registration, location, times, and the new city ward boundaries. Visit orillia.ca/election 2018.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
This is Rogers TV.